chat back up. No crashes for weeks. Yeah, we've had a good run, but unfortunately, I'm pretty sure you just jinxed us.
We shall never surrender.
Kukic? I'm gonna go with that. Thanks for the follow. It looks like I'm still chroma keying around my head a little, but that's okay. Mike and Mr. White Builder, all thanks for the follows just now. So, we left off last week having knocked out this little tiny doodle down here, Marseille, where the Soviets had landed. We cleared up the landing that was over here near the Kiel Canal. And we are bumping uglies with Moscow. We actually did launch a small attack on the outskirts of the city, but the casualties were far too high. Soviets were starting to get defenders in, so we started peeling off in either direction, and we're going to envelop the city there. Zovane. I'm going to call you Zovane. Or maybe it's just Ovane with X's on the side. I know people do that. I don't know. What else happened on the line? We basically pushed all the way up to the Don River, and we're going to be using that as a defensive line for the coming winter. We got pushed back a little bit in the south, mostly because I asked my allies to come in, and I completely forgot about the problem that your allies tend to retreat a lot, and when they retreat, even if your troops are perfectly capable of staying active on the front, they will retreat as well. So I told everybody to fuck off, and hopefully that will help the situation. We gained some ground down here, lost some ground, and then everything kind of stabilized out. But we have very good defensive lines set up, because what we did was, you can see that we grabbed this bank of the Don River and are just sitting on it with our troops. And then what we did over here was we gained a lot of ground last time. The Soviets lines came out to about this area. I don't even know. I'm sure this forest has a name, but I'm not sure what it was. But this forest near Orel, the Aurelian Forest, I'm gonna call it. Their lines popped all the way out down to the bottom of this area, but we created a pocket, crushed the pocket. Then we made a very successful attack from the south down along the Don here, and then straight through here past Tula, just so that we can grab. Because what I want is to have a very good defensive line in as many places as we can. So the Oka River is going to be it over here, and then there's only going to be 3 provinces that are just poor Germans digging trenches in the cold Soviet-like plains, and then everything else, then the defensive line goes south on the Don River. We pushed through the forest north of Moscow to a point, and then the casualties were starting. The Soviets started bringing in reinforcements. The casualties started ticking up again, and it just got too costly to try to push through those forests there. So we started thinning the troops out in there so that we weren't wasting a lot of troops just sitting in the forest, and we started moving them towards Moscow. Over here, it's been... Oh, hey, Unit B. Thanks for the resub. How was my Christmas? My Christmas was quite relaxing, quite nice. It's definitely a lot nicer. It's a lot easier to enjoy the holidays when you don't work for Disney anymore, because my poor wife had to work Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. She has to work every single holiday because, yeah, you need like 20 years with the company before you're allowed to take a holiday off. They should teach schools on how Commander Magnus won the Eastern Front. Well, I mean, I still only have 8 manpower right now, but I'm hoping that when the winter sets in and I can reorg my lines, that because the casualties will fall off, because I'm just going to be fighting suicidally aggressive Soviets, that our manpower will be able to recoup. If I remember correctly, yeah, upgrades are pretty good. Reinforcements are a little hairy. Consumer goods are fine. We have officers. Hey, I forgot about that, though. We almost have our first 5 regiments of Sturmgeschütz. Oh, and the 20th Panzer Division is almost done, too, along with a shit ton of shit ton of roads, convoys, escorts, all that fun stuff. As much as I would love to be building more units right now, unfortunately, it's not...
We shall never surrender.
Hey, Super Spicy, thanks for the follow. It's not really possible right now. Even these assault guns. I mean, I've already paid for the manpower on them, but even those are... I just don't have the manpower to send people out. But let's unpause the game, get back into this. It is approaching the second week in October, and what we really need to do is just grab as much land as we can in the most beneficial defensive terrain before the winter snows start to fall. Hey, Oddball, your chat's working. Yes. You're going to have boats soon. Well, I mean, technically I have boats. Unfortunately, most of them sank. They sortied out against a British invasion fleet, not realizing that it was like the entire British home fleet. And super cool. Thanks for super cool. Thanks for the follow. The Nysa now survived, and the Admiral Scheer, but unfortunately I lost all my heavy cruisers, and the Scharnhorst, which was rather unfortunate. It was very unfortunate to lose such a beautiful ship for basically no reason. Basically no reason. Trying to think of any other places we should, well, let's take a look at the VP map mode real quick. So, that's a 2. Stalingrad's a 10. 2, 2, 2, 2. There's lots of 2s. Wow. Kubyashev is worth more than Stalingrad. Gorky, Yaroslav. Moscow's got to be 20. 20. I asked the Finns to make for Archangel, but I don't know. Is your game bugged when you attempt to build carriers that you cannot build CAGs for them at all? I've built a carrier. I mean, I literally have not built a carrier. I don't even know if I have... I don't remember if I grabbed the tech for them. Well, let's put one on and see what happens. Add CAGs. Oh, you know why? CAGs... It's not a bug. CAGs aren't a thing anymore. They took them out. It's just... they're simulated in the modifiers, like the combat range for aircraft carriers. They took them out. They don't exist as separate units anymore. Because if they did, you would be able to go to air wings and build CAGs, but you cannot. So they're not a thing anymore. Well, what is the, you know what I haven't looked at this in a while? Surrender progress. Looks like it's got, I thought it was like 52 before, but we did lose some land in the south, so that may have had something to do with it. But anywho, let's unpause. Keep this running. This is the most important area right here at the moment. If I could get Moscow surrounded before the winter sets in, that would be ideal for good old Mr. Magnus. So who's attacking up here? Not a lot. Doesn't look like I sent a lot of people into this. No, and that's a lot of Soviet... Let's cancel this. I'm about to say, that's a lot of men attacking a lot of Soviet units there. Here, let's do this. Try to break right here where there's not as many. We can also move a lot of troops. Where was that 15? That 15 point... He was way back here, right? That's, I mean, that's a lot of territory, but it doesn't look like it'd be very hard to cross. Just cope with it. Newest subscriber, thanks very much. My Twitch is being really fucky. Oddball, you seem to always have trouble with Twitch. It seems to always be real fucky with you. These troops really need to rest, but it looks like I could definitely spare a fair few of these divisions to move up this way. Over here, too. Especially the tanks. Because these guys can defend across a river pretty easy, so I'm not super concerned about that. What I am concerned about is getting these troops in place for the circumvallation of Moscow. We lost a little bit of land up here, but it was at the cost of, like, several 100,000 Soviet troops. If memory serves, somewhere around 300,000 Soviets died taking back these two provinces, which are strategically, like, null. Like, there's really nothing there. I took those provinces because I could, not because I needed to. And the amount of panic it threw into the Soviet lines makes me think it was definitely a good idea. And they're still slamming me down over here, which is unfortunate. But we do have some troops we can bring in to try to hold that line. We got some tanks nearby. A lot of them very fresh. Like, this guy's gonna get messed up. There's 50% of those tanks left. The attack isn't that strong, but it doesn't need to be. When are we gonna arrive? October 8th. Oh, just a few hours. Okay, they're gonna be there in just a few hours. That's good. What are my defense modifiers? 1,200? Yeah, we got this. What is their, let's see, what is their territorial pride? 34%. It's not as much as I expected. Unit B is Venice with the ducats. Yeah. You know, Unit B's been around for a while. Is subbed. Cheers a lot. Watches a lot of streams. I actually think that if you scroll down below the player, I think Unit B might be the top cheerer right now. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, probably a good idea to have more than just some cavalry holding that province right there. Just a thought. Alright, they're starting to weaken here. We're okay. Manpower's down to 0. Ooh, what is this? Woohoo! Oh, that's cool. Never thought I'd see the day. I can invite Yugoslavia to the faction. Okay. What's oh, you know what? I'm out of diplomatic ducats. I'm out of diplo ducats. Saw. Here, let's diplo ducat up. Like, just a couple points. I mean, it's not really a big deal. It would be pretty cool if you could trust your allies to do something. And but I mean, it's just someone to hang out there, I guess. All right, Jaegers. Is this where do we throw all those? Oh, that was right over here. Yeah, they're still really hitting me down here. I don't want to pull back any further, but I might have to because they're really slamming the south. But that's not a big deal right now. Moscow is the real prize. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to take it legit. I might cheat again, but you never know. Done it before, I'll do it again. Here, let's get some air interceptors out because I see enemy. Let's bring it in a little bit. Accept that. Get some air interceptors out. Light bombers. Why don't we bring those up close to Moscow if I can? If there's any. Ooh. Armor piercing capped shells. That is more piercing attack for all my doodles. All my doodles and all my dangles. Noodles and dangles. Okay. I'm looking forward to getting those Stoogs out in time for the next offensive too. Oh, you don't need to sit there. And who's attacking? Yeah, we'll be fine here. A lot of combat. A lot of supply issues too. Can maybe move another tank division over. These Stoogs will be nice because they'll add a good amount of toughness. to my infantry, because what I'll probably do is slap those in with a lot of the infantry units, because those will help out a lot there. We won another battle. 1,200 German troops were killed to 44,000. That was up here again. Add that to the hundreds of thousands dead in the north. The dead of the north! Not that their casualties actually matter, but they do have to spend IC on reinforcements and so on and so forth. Now, we're not moving most of these guys because a lot of them are pretty worn out. Okay, we won down here. 8,000 to 28,000. We're going to win over here, no issue, I don't think. Our defense modifiers are going to be pretty high. 2,200, yeah. We'll be fine there.
Goddamn bugs.
Hey, Akos. Akeos. That's what we're going with. Thanks for the sub. Third of the day already. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Upgrades went up a little bit. What's up, babe? Yeah, my wife just showed up for a second. Let's see. Reinforcements are going down. That's what we want to see, is reinforcements going down. They've been hammering the SS divisions over here really hard for quite a while now. I'm not sure what that's about. And it looks like they may have moved a lot of troops off of that province. Once we get our reinforcements up there, we'll try to hit it again and see what happens. Join me. Huzzah! I mean, Yugoslavia is a good prize for being on our side. That was right over here. Again, just kind of moving forward where we can. Part of me wants to keep moving, though. Finally able to move from my phone to my PC. Can actually see things now. That's very good, Strader. That's very good. Watching this type of game on a phone must be hard. Oh, man. Okay, so. See, what I'm seeing right in this area is very weak Soviet lines. Like, look right up in here. That is not strong at all. And I do have a very large concentration of forces there. I could theoretically keep this this line moving, and it's a little column A, little column B. I have really good defensive lines. That's what I was shooting for. That's what I wanted right here. Astros, glad to see the streams again. Glad to have you in chat again. Everybody in chat, remember that if you're an active chatter, which just means you have to talk like every once in a while. I think it's like once every 5 minutes. You get extra ducats. So, like I was saying, anyhow, right here on this strip of land between the Oka and the Don rivers, I have the concentration of forces and the weakened Soviet position where I could push the offensive here and take more land, which is good. The problem is I would be creating a salient, which is bad. Huh. But I mean, I am only sitting on the Oka River in 4 provinces right now, so it's not like it's a huge defensive position that I need to hold. And if I launch an offensive down here right now and try to take some land, I could probably take these this high ground behind the Oka, and that would be a good defensive position as well, and would also threaten Moscow's flank. It would weaken the area to the east of Moscow. It's an idea. Might let them wear themselves out over here for a while first, though. Because look, we got all these great defensive positions, but look right here. Look right here. We can cross this river with, like, no issue. We actually have Marines here who are trained to do this. And almost literally nobody standing in the way. So I think we're going to try it. That's a fortress province, too, so. Some more troops coming in. That's great. We got siege guns coming in towards Moscow, too. For the person who just asked what the ducats are for in stream, You can use them to trigger sound effects, which are listed down below the player. There's a whole entire list of them. You can use them to enter raffles, which I do in the stream sometime, to name units and armies after people, or to vote when I ask people for their opinions on stuff. It's all used for that stuff. Just trying to get troops where they're needed at the moment. 3 GHs, so some nice tanks. Really? How did that jump up so high? I haven't really taken any losses. Maybe it's just old ones that are. There have been some. What it is probably it's a lot. It's a little bit of reinforcements on a lot of units probably. And anybody who's got 3rd Panzer Division there, get them across the river too. It's just I was about to say it's just a bunch of colonels there anyway. Some more fighters close to the front would be nice, but let's take a look at air map mode real quick. Yeah, they're bombing the shit out of me. I mean, I'm not really doing. It's just I hate that. I really don't like how air shit's handled in this game. I just don't think it's done very well. Oh, let's pop out the outliner too. I don't like that that air units can be easily destroyed. Really easy destroyed. When will I do something multiplayer? I do multiplayer stuff all the time. All the time. Like, me and Roach are probably going to start up something new on Monday. Alright, what do we got over here? Did you just fly past them? Wow. 4,000 to 77,000. Battle of Leipzig. Shooting down some British bombers. Yeah, that's exactly what that was. It dropped right back down, didn't it? And are we still trying to build some units over here? I think we are. I think we are. I just don't remember. It's been weeks, and I don't remember who's supposed to be going with who. I want to say... Let's see, maybe you are tank, destroyer, artillery, armor. You already got that. You've got trucks, tanks, artillery, and light armor. That's an armored car and division. That's pretty good. Heavy AT. Heavy AT? Okay. How much dip do you need for Yugo? Do you need to Yugo the Slavs? Well, I mean, they're allies. They're already my allies, so there's not much going on there right now. Looks like this is mostly calmed down. Here, let's drive these tanks. Oh, you know, that's part of it too. Look at that. These guys popped in with like a lot of these were at 50% strength. That's partly what happened there. Let's drive some of these other people up here for poops and giggles. Alrighty. Yeah, yeah, we won up here. We have good defensive positions. Looks like they moved some troops in. It's not going to be that bad, though. Yeah, it's just proletariat divisions. Stacking up a ton of troops over here for another push. That manpower is rough to look at, though. It's really rough to look at. Looks like we got some shit sitting around over here. It's like the thing we're missing the most is just infantry. Can I upgrade these into regular infantry units? I could, but I don't think it's gonna be any good. Then I can't just crank out some infantry right now because I don't have any. Like, what about Guderian? Did you get anything good with you? Two Dog Knight donated $5. Thank you. It's not Saturday without a Hearts of Iron 3 stream. No, it is not. Definitely not for me. Self-propelled artillery. Would you look at that? Sturmpanzer 1 aus Panzerkampfwagen 1 aus B Bison. Whew, that's a mouthful. That's a hell of a mouthful indeed. Alright, so this is the province we want to try to take. So let's just here, let's select you and you and tell you guys to cool your butts. Well, we got a lot of troops here we can send into it, so we are sending a lot of troops. Last time we only sent in like 4 divisions. This time we're sending in like 3 army corps complete with heavy tanks. Excuse me. The fuck? My bad. Okay. Tanks! Tank it up. It's just some cavalry who's just there to cause an issue, so support that attack. Yes. Nice production levels. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Let's see what we're looking at here. So maybe it's got some decent defenses, but we're gonna crank through those pretty good. Major defeat. I don't like the sound of that. 43,800 to. Oh shit! That was over here. That was in the hills too. Wow. How did they do that well against like like some of my finest units attacking a hills province? Beats the fuck out of me. But we made him pay. How those planes doing?
Goddamn bugs whacked us, Charlie.
Ooh, nice. Another sub. Dive XZ. That's what I'm gonna call. Yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's super annoying trying to micro these units when they just. I mean, you put them up there for a hot second later, they're all shot to hell. Except, and watch, these guys are gonna get all shot up. They'll go out, intercept some bombers, get all shot up. Battle of Liège. Yeah, see? Just in a hot second, just half of them die, and then you gotta sit there and micro them, and it's annoying. What I could do over here is, because I have some other ones sitting around, what you do is you take these ones, put them on reserve, then you do this. Shooting up some British. Die, you British bastards! I just don't like how air combat's handled in this game. It's annoying, but Hearts of Iron 4 made it a point-and-click game, so yeah, that's true. I mean, I thought air combat was pretty good in, like, vanilla Hearts of Iron 3. It was buggy at times, but in this, I just don't like the way it's balanced in this. Planes take damage far too easy for my taste, because if you don't pay attention to it, what happens is the units just die. And there's no way to tell them to, like, hey, if you're dead, if most of the unit's dead, don't send them out. It's just not a thing. Battle of Dortmund. They've got their fighters out and about. These guys got to sit around. This is a clusterfuck down here, but it's not really anything I can do about it. Other than, allied units are in the way. This is not point and click. No. No, it's not. It's not a point and click adventure game. Probably use some more troops down this way. There should be a strength number like the ground units. Well, they do have a strength number. That's the rub of the issue. The yellow bar is their strength and blue is their morale. But if their strength goes down to, there's no way to tell them, hey, if you're low on strength, leave that guy behind. And the casualties, are really, really lopsided. So let's just tell this guy to go back here and hang out, and then we can go back in and micro it again. Go like this, merge, and then take the ones that are damaged and have them sit behind. And then you take the ones that are not damaged. And then if you really wanted to, like, keep your skies clear, you have to spend, like, 50% of your time doing this. And they go. Then you guys go out. Oh man. Since you have no reinforcements, how about throttling back the needs to about 25% and spend the rest of your IC elsewhere? Spend throttling back the needs number.